Hi everyone, welcome to Java Aptitude session. This is the first question, public class Sukshmas and private Sukshmas. This is private constructor of the class. Here I'm printing system dot out dot println of Java. And here this is the method void call. Here I'm printing the oracle. This is the end of the class, Sukshmas. Another class I've taken class A, public static void main. Here I'm created an object for the class called Sukshmas. Sukshmas S is equal to new Sukshmas. With the help of the reference, I am calling this call. Predict an output of this code. And the first one is Java, and the second one is Oracle, and the third one is compile time error, and the fourth one is the runtime error. You can pause this video, you can predict an output of this code. For this code, guys, you will get the compile time error. Why? Because in the first class Sukshmas, we have a method called, oh, sorry, just a minute. This is the old code, it seems. Yeah, this is the exact code, guys. Now this is the constructor only, but we call it as a private constructor. If the private constructor present in the first class, this is the first class you can consider. Sukshmas is the first class. Class A is the second class. From the second class, if you are trying to create an object for the first class, and that to the first class private constructor is present. So for this case, you are unable to create an object. Sukshmas is a private access in the class called Sukshmas. So very simple word is if private constructor present in the first class called Sukshmas, from the second class, if you are trying to create an object for the first class, you will get the compile time error. Suppose if I remove the private here only, I will remove private. See, there is no error, guys. There is no error. Then if I'm trying to run this code, absolutely Java and Oracle will be displayed on the screen. But if I place a private here, this is private constructor, we are unable to create an object. But the thing is, if you want to use a private here, you can use it inside the class. You can use the private, no issue only. It will work fine. If you're creating an object, A is equal to new A, it just work fine. If you want, I will create it. If you want to use anything, you can use it by comment this code is work fine. But if you are trying to create an object for the private constructor present in the first class, you will get the compile time error. This is very, very important question for the interview, private constructor. This is the second question, guys, public class Sukshmas, private constructor is there. And this is the static method here, static void display and printing the string, and inside the private constructor and printing the Java. The second class Java public static void main execution of the program begin from the main. And here I'm not yet created the any object, but with the help of the class name, I am calling this method because this is a static method. Now predict an output of this code. First one is Java, second one is Spring, third one is Java followed by the Spring, fourth one is compile time error. Let's see this code now. A private constructor present in the first class, but we are not creating any object. Suppose if we are trying to create an object, surely we'll get the compile time error. That is the first point you have to remember here. So that's the reason I'm not creating an object. I want to invoke a method. So if you are placing ordinary method, you have to create an object. So that is the reason I'm placed the static method. Don't place the ordinary method. Suppose if I place an ordinary method like this, how will you call? You have to create an object for the class only. So that is the reason ordinary method implementation, don't write it. So better to use the static method implementation. So that's the reason. With the help of class name, I can easily call, no need to create an object. So that's the reason Spring will be displayed on the screen. If private constructor is there, so better to use the static method. Don't use normal method. So you don't want to use anything, so just use a normal constructor. You can do whatever the operation you want to do. This third question, guys, public class Sukshmas, public void code 2, 3. This is just a normal user defined method name. Here I'm saying compilation fails at line number 3. Here I'm printing the constructor. So class test, public static void main, and here execution of the program begin from the main and Sukshmas A is equal to new Sukshmas created an object for the class. Here again I'm saying compilation fails at line number 12 and A dot code 2, 3. So, and this is the method. So now predict an output of this code. I can alternate two ways of this options. Now I just predict an output of this code. Now guys, this code is absolutely the work fine. There is no error here. Why? Because created an object for the class by using the reference and calling this is absolutely work fine. There is no error at all. But the thing is, when you use this, here class name is also there and method name is also same. But if you are removed, this will act as a constructor. This will act as a constructor. If it is act as a constructor, see, just observe, created an object with the help of this, I'm calling the constructor. See, you will get the compile time error. If I use any return type, just act as a method. Just act as method. This is the difference you should get to know. If I remove the things, act as a constructor. If I use a return type, act as a method. If it is act as a method, you should call in this way only. See, constructor will be displayed. If I remove this void, this act as a constructor now. For this, you have to comment this. You have to comment this. Then this code is absolutely work fine. The fourth question is public class Sukshmas, public static void main, and here final int d comma final int k. K is equal to d plus k and printing the value of k. Execution of the program begin from the main and main followed by 10 comma. Here main method can be overloaded. You have to change the different, like I can say argument, prototype, different argument, same method name, different argument or different signature. So this called as main method overloading. So invoking the static method, no need to create an object. So that is the reason just calling main followed by 10 and 3 I'm passing. Now predict an output of this code 13 and 0. Third one is compile time error. Fourth one is a runtime error. Just observe guys, now you will get the compile time error now. See, final parameter k may not be assigned. See, like this. Suppose if I perform the initialization, why? Because it's a final. If I remove the final, guys, if I remove the final, this code is work fine, no issue with this. If I remove final, 10 and 3 will be assigned. Then if I'm printing, 13 will be displayed on the screen. Then there is a no issue with this ordinary local variable. But in the case of final, if I use a final, no, it will generate the error. Suppose if I'm trying to initialize here also, for this also, it will generate the error. No, it is not possible to initialize. See here. You will get n number of errors. See here. So if I'm not initialized, for that also, we will get the compile time error here. So don't use the final like this I'm talking about. This the next question is public final class Sukshmas final int a is equal to 10 final void int. This is the final method. A is equal to 10. This is the derived class A123 that is extend from the base class called Sukshmas. And this is final void init1. This is a different method. init1. Execution of the program begin from the main. Here I created an object for the derived class. By using this, I'm calling the init. This is I'm trying to call. So predict an output of this code. These are the following options. Compilation fails at line number 6. Compilation fails at line number 9. Compilation fails at line number 11. And the fourth option, compilation fails at line number 6 also, and compilation fails at line number 11 also. Predict an output of this code. See guys, now you will get the error in the 6 also as well as the 9 also. This is 2 lines you will get the errors. Then the first one, I will give an explanation, cannot assign the value for a variable. Why? Because you already assigned the variable value here, 10 will be assigned for the final. Again, you are trying to like reassign for the final variable. So that is the reason you are getting the compile time error. This is the rules of the final variable. The second one is, if I apply final for the class, okay, from the derived class, if you are writing the inheritance, it will give the error cannot inherit because of the final applied for the base class. So derived class, you cannot do inheritance. So this is the second one, you will get it. Third one also will get it. When means here, one more error. Why? Because final is applicable for the method present in the base. Again, if you are trying to reuse the same thing in the derived class, so we will get the compile time error. Why? Because final is already applied. So this is not required in this case. You can remove. This is the error. 3 errors. If you are trying to overwrite the final variable, you will get the error. Final method present in the base, if you are trying to overwrite, so definitely error. And final applicable for the class, if you are trying to perform the inheritance, for this also you will get there are 3 points you have to remember in this code. This is very, very important concept. Hello guys, do follow me and Sukshmas for more questions, e-notes, as well as the MCQ. If you are beyond knowing participant, try to alter my code and options, then post as an MCQ on Sukshma's platform to get very good quality bonus points. Practice well. See you in my next session. Thank you.